everybody. This is Sensei Randy Allen. I'm the owner of Inner Dragon Martial Arts and the president of FT Fitness. And we're really excited to be bringing you our new show, 40 Plus Fitness, here in Hudson, New Hampshire. We're here. My wife and I have been involved in the fitness industry for between 14 to 15 years at this point. And we've both been really passionate about sports and working out since we were kids. She actually skated competitively for a long time. I was actually that little 68-pound kid that you see in the comic books that was always looking for how to order something and how to, get myself into shape and get bigger so I could be able to take care of myself. It really hit back when I was early in high school and I was getting bullied because I was so small. So I really became passionate about all types of exercise, specifically starting out with weightlifting, and I would take all kinds of powders and supplements and all of that. And then over the years, we started to branch out and experience more types of sports. We experimented with more types of nutrition, and we came to where we are today. So we're excited to share a bunch of our knowledge on not only working out, but we're going to break our program down into 3 different segments. The first segment is going to be working out. We're going to show you a whole bunch of different types of workouts. We're going to do some cardio workouts. We'll do some kickboxing workouts, some boot camp stuff. We'll take you in and we'll show you different types of workouts to do. We'll give you some workout strategies for lifting. We're going to go visit a CrossFit gym. We're just going to get all over the place. We're going to look at all the different kinds of fitness. We're going to look at all the different tools out on the market too. You have a lot of people that swear by using free weights and dumbbells, and there are people that swear by using bands and exercise balls. And I like to think that we can mix it up and change and work out all different types of things and keep our body guessing. And it helps me keep, from my perspective, keeps me fresh and keeps me excited to work out and gives us an opportunity to experience new things and try new things. And we've been very fortunate over the last 20 years. We've met a whole bunch of people in the fitness industry, and we're actually going to be bringing them in and working with us. Hopefully we'll get a couple of our trainers in here that we've worked with over the years, and they'll be able to actually show you some of the stuff that they've taught us. We've been very fortunate to meet and talk to some very, very knowledgeable trainers, professional fitness competitors and athletes, powerlifters, people with degrees and advanced degrees in exercise physiology. So we're going to try to get some of those people in here, and we're going to let them show you how they do things. So that's going to be the first segment on exercise. We like to think there's 3 different segments of health and fitness though. So the next section we're going to look at is going to be nutrition. And we're going to actually take you in, we're going to show you some of the nutrition stuff that we've studied over the years. We're going to walk you through how to do certain meal preps. We're going to walk you through some shakes, some protein shakes. We're going to give you some recipes, but we're not just going to tell you how to do it. We're actually going to show you how we do what we do. And we're going to bring in some people and give you some more ideas so that you can learn more about nutrition. We're also going to go and visit a couple places. We're going to go visit some farms. We're going to go visit some farms where they raise beef, chickens. We're going to go and visit some farms where they do vegetables. And we're going to have them explain all the different designations. What is organic? What's the difference between organic and what is the pesticide free and how all that works? And so we're going to actually go to the farm. We're going to let the people that work it every day explain to you what it is and how to pick the healthiest vegetables and how to build the most into your diet. We're going to talk about doing cleanses. That's one of the big rages you see. Everybody's doing this cleanse or that cleanse. We're going to show you the way that we've done cleanses in the past. We're going to introduce you to a few cleanses you can do daily. Some more intense cleanses, some longer like 10-day cleanses, and explain to you how they work, what they do, and what they do for your body. And we're actually going to break it down into a biological level where you can actually see the impact of what you're doing on the body and how it affects you and why it does what it does and why it makes you feel the way you do. So that'll be in our nutrition section. The last section we're going to talk about, definitely the one I've always had the most trouble with, and that's recovery. And you hear a lot about recovery. Nowadays, it's like the new buzzword, thanks to our favorite quarterback here in New England, who will go nameless, TB12, who came out with his book, and a whole section of him and his training is how he handles recovery. We're going to break down a whole bunch of different recovery strategies. We're going to take you on some field trips. We're going to go out and we're going to check out some cryo chambers. We're going to look at some isolation tanks and some float tanks. We're going to take you up and check out some salt caves so you can go in and work on your respiration. But we're actually going to interview the people that are involved in these different methods, and we're going to get their input on how these work and how these affect you. And that'll give you a chance to see what's out there. You can see what you like, what looks interesting, and if you want to go out and try it, awesome. If that one's not for you, don't worry. Next show we'll hit another one and we'll see if you like that. All right. We're also going to be talking about different ways to recover your muscles, such as massage. We'll walk through how to use a foam roller, how to use the recovery balls, the vibrating balls, and stuff like that to really help your muscles get into condition, as well as different studies that they've done now on sleep and the best ways to nap. For example, my big thing that I used to do at one point was I would go home on the weekend and take a big 2-hour nap. And now that we've gotten into more of these studies, we're learning that there are better ways to get better recovery in less time. So we're going to be working with you guys, trying to get you guys introduced to some of those methods as well. So hopefully we'll be able to cut the nutrition, the exercise, and the recovery all into one clump for you, so you can see a whole bunch of different things you can try. And if you like what we're showing and you want to try that, there's plenty of places to go out all over the place you can try it. The reason we named this 40 Plus Fitness, though, is part of what I do is I spend a lot of time going through my Facebook, Instagram feeds, on YouTube, looking at different workouts. I read a lot of studies, a lot of books on the subject. And there's a whole bunch of experts out there in the field. But one thing I started noticing is a lot of these people that have these exercise programs are fitness models that are out there doing this, and they're working 6 to 8 hours a day between their meals and their shakes and working out at the gym. I ran into one of them at one point, and they would be doing 2 days in the gym. So they were going to the gym twice a day for between an hour and a half and 2 hours a day, and then coming out and telling people how easy it is to do these workouts. And quite frankly, I just don't have the time, and I'm sure most of you don't either. So this fitness show is going to be geared more towards people that are in a position where, hey, you have kids. Guess what? I don't have 10 hours a week that I can spend in the gym. I don't have 20 hours a week I can spend going out shopping for organic foods and coming home and processing everything. We're going to give you some real good strategies to be able to get some healthy, nutritious meals going, do some meal prep, get your workouts in, get everything set up, but do it in a way where it doesn't take up your entire day. So that's what we're thinking of when we looked at 40 Plus Fitness. We thought there was a great opportunity here, and we're very excited to be able to share this with you guys. So we're looking forward to the next few shows. If you guys like it, definitely come check us out. And tell you what, why don't we get started? Let's jump right in.
Hey everybody, Sensei Randy here. Welcome back to 40 Plus Fitness. We're going to kick you off this morning for our fitness section with a little bit of a cardio workout. So I have Miss Diane over here and Laurie over here. We're going to get everything cranked up. We're going to go through some of the basic moves you're going to see in programs like ours and let you get a try at it. So let's get rocking and rolling. You ready? All right. Here we go. Start it off. Breathe it up. All the way up high. All the way out. Good. All the way up. All the way out. Awesome. One more time. Big breath. Stretch it up. And all the way out. Excellent. We're going to go down to the floor. We're going to loosen up those legs. Breathe it up. All the way down low. Nice. Just hang. Don't bounce. Don't push. Good. Arch your back up. Excellent. Bring it back down. Nice. We're going to walk it to the right. Excellent. Back to the left. Awesome. We're going to walk it to the left. Excellent. And back to the middle. Nice. Break the hips. Drop them down. Loosen them up. And bring it up. Here we go. Jumping jacks. 3, 4. Nice. We're going to get that heart rate going. Get everything pumping nice and strong. All right, we're going to draw our right foot back. Coming out. 1, 2, and a hop. Jab, cross, hop. 1, 2. Nice. Keep it moving. Good. My hands stay up high over my chest. Get that heart rate going. Here we go. We go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Let's go hook uppercut. Hook up, pop. 1, 2, out, 2. Awesome job. 2, 2, 2. Nice. Keep it going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome. We're going to shuffle those feet, going forward and backward. Excellent. Just keep it moving. Nice job. How we doing? We good? Rolling. Excellent. All right. We're going to switch sides. I get my left foot back. Good fighting stance. Hands up. Going 1, 2. Hop. 1, 2. Out. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. Good. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2. One more time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Hook uppercut. Kick it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go back to shuffles. Just keeping that body moving. Keep that heart rate up. Awesome. We're going to get the legs in now. We're going to do a kick. We're going to do 3 steps. We're going to kick with the opposite foot. I'm going to start with my right. A nice front kick. My knee comes up. Toes are up. I'm hitting with the bottom of my foot. Nice and strong. My hands are staying up. Ready? Here we go. Kick it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Squeeze that core as I come up. I pull my abs tight. Up, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. All the way down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right, we're going to switch into straight punches. I'm going to hit with my right, roll through with my left. Go in 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. My hands are up. I'm going to close my fists tight. Working those arms, working those shoulders. Awesome. Keeping those hands above your heart. We'll get that heart rate going. Excellent. All right, we're going to speed it up. Let's go doubles. Ready? Turn it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, up. 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Last one. Good. Let's add in knees. 1, 2. 2 knees. 1, 2. Other side. 1, 2. Up. Up. Good. 1, 2. Up. Up. 1, 2. Nice. When I pull those knees, I squeeze my core. Abs are tight. Obliques are strong. Pull it all the way through. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Let's stay on that knee. Right side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bringing it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. All right, we got knees and punches. Ready? 4, 3, 2, hit it. Go in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1. Good. Pulling those knees up. Squeeze that core. Set those heels all the way through. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Last one. Staying on the hands. Awesome job. Keeping it pumping. 1, 2, 3, 4. How we doing? We still good? Nice. You still rocking it? Excellent. We're going to bring it down. We go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome. Let's add in that left knee. Ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, up. 2, 2, 3. Excellent. Nice. As I pull that knee up, I'm going to squeeze. Extending through, all the way out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Let's hold that knee. Ready? Up. 2, 3, 4. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. One more. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome. Uppercuts. Here it comes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down. 8, 7. Good. I'm turning my waist, extending through my punch, popping it out. Up. 4, 3, and 8, 7, 6, 5. All right, we got one more. We're gonna go corner to corner. Right side first. Up on our toes, bouncing it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. And 4, 3, 2. Good. Let's add in a speed bag. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. Good. I'm staying on the ball of my feet. Those big muscles in my legs, getting my heart rate up. Then I'm getting my hand above my shoulders, cranking it all the way up high. In 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Stay on the bag. Give me 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, we're gonna go hook. Hook it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. Keep it moving. 3, 2. Awesome job. Last one, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good, we're gonna bounce it to the left. Corner to corner, left side. Ready? Here you go. 4, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Have the bag. Last one. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Excellent. Hand up over that heart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome. Hold it here. 8 count. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Awesome. Let's punch it out. High hooks, low hooks. Ready? Going up. Up and down. Down. Good. Up. Up. Down. Down. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice. Last one. Speed bag to the front, middle. Double time it up. Going 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. Hands up over those shoulders. Keep it pumping. We're going to keep that heart rate going. 5, 4, 3, 2. Awesome job. Shake it out. Excellent. Very nice. How are we doing?
Good.
Excellent job. Way to crank it up. Hey everybody, Sensei Randy here. Welcome back to our 40 Plus Fitness show, and going to give you one of our favorite quick recipes for you guys. I actually started doing these about probably 2 weeks ago now, and I've been into green drinks and smoothies for years. In fact, one point I was very heavily involved in one of the green drinks. And I saw phenomenal results from it. And then as you get older, you kind of get away from stuff, and you know, life happens and you lose track. And so, but I was reading a book the other day, and it was talking about the green smoothies. And probably for the past couple years, I've been really into protein drinks as supplements. I do typically do 5 to 6 meals a day. I have a kind of a long day, so I'll do like a couple protein shakes in the middle instead of snacks. And over the past couple weeks, I've made a switch for my morning. Typically when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is when I'm leaving for work, I'll make myself a smoothie. And when I get to my office, I start with one of my protein shakes to start my day, kind of ease my digestion in after the night. But what I did do was I switched to a green drink instead of a protein-based smoothie. And just in the last 2 weeks, the difference has been absolutely remarkable. And it's really got me back into my state of mind with the green drinks. And if you're not familiar with green drinks, the people have a lot of misconceptions about green drinks and that type of supplement, that they're going to taste horrible, and some of them can be kind of strong. I think what we found was a really good way to mix in and to settle into using green drinks. What we've done is we've taken and replaced the protein powder that we usually use with basically frozen spinach, frozen kale. And what I've found over the past couple weeks is the mixture of the kale and the spinach in place of the protein has actually helped with not only my digestion and the level of acidity that I feel during the course of the day. That upset stomach that you tend to get when your stomach gets empty is virtually gone. But I just feel a lot more alert during the course of the day from such a simple switch. And there's actually a lot of science behind it. Typically, the human body, what you're feeling when you're having, when you feel sick is you're actually, in a lot of cases, feeling the toxicity in your body. Everybody knows the temperature of your body, it's 98.6. But what most people don't know, another important number that you really should know, is the level of acidity in your body, which the acidity balance with 0 being totally acidic and 14 being completely pH. Your body wants to be right around 7.3, 7.36. So it's a slightly pH balanced system. And what that helps do is it helps keep the acids down, which helps keep all of the little critters in your blood. Believe it or not, most people think their blood is this sterile thing. It's not. It's loaded with all different kinds of little creatures and critters and bacteria and mitochondria and yeast and all of that that actually crave a lot of, they crave sugars. So a lot of times your craving for sugar gets fired because of these little yeast and mitochondria inside you saying, feed me, I need to get that sugar in me. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that by actually cleansing our blood a little bit, getting those blood cells nice, firm, and healthy. Everybody talks about free radicals and the antioxidants and how it knocks down free radicals. And it's funny, most people talk about them and they actually don't even know what the free radicals are. They're actually broken cells. And the antioxidants are giving it a charge so that it kind of balances those cells out for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to add greens into our diet. And the cool thing about greens is all of your greens, not just the kale and spinach that we use in this particular one, but broccoli, you have your collard greens, you have all of your green vegetables are really, really good because they're extremely, extremely high in pH. And what they do is as you take them into your body, because of their pH content, they pass right through the stomach. You know, your stomach, as you eat food, your stomach releases acid in order to help digest the food. It breaks down the food. It also breaks down a lot of the nutrients. By getting the nutrients into your body without getting into the stomach and firing off all that hydrochloric acid, which helps in the breakdown, it's actually able to pass through right into your intestines, and more of that gets into your system in a much more solid, healthy way. So you're getting a lot more of the nutrients that way. Also, as it goes through your blood, it's going to start filtering out your blood. It's going to help detoxify your, not only your intestines, but it'll work with your kidneys, your liver, your colon, your whole elimination system. Some of you may know if you're having issues with your elimination system, that's when your body starts to back up and you can actually become septic. So we want to keep all of that system flowing and working the way it was meant to do. And surprisingly, a quick, easy way to do that is to add in some green shake into your diet. So again, I do this first thing in the morning. It's the first thing I do. I get up, I have my vitamins, I head to my office. As soon as I get in my office, I crack open my green drink. So I'm going to show you how we make my green drink right now. I've been on to some of these places where they give you recipes and they tell you stuff and they tell you, oh, you have to get a Vitamix blender or these $400 or $500 blenders. We actually got a Nutri-Ninja that we got, I think it was a year and a half ago, right before Christmas we bought it. And we're making between 2 and 4 shakes a day every single day for the last year and a half, and I have never had an issue with it. So we'll start you off a little bit. We're going to start off with our greens. And the reason we're going to start with the greens is we're going to actually run the blender through with the greens once first. That's going to help pulverize a lot of these leaves. So altogether we're going to do about, I put in about a cup of the greens. So we'll put in some of the spinach, and I just get frozen spinach or frozen kale. Actually, even the frozen vegetables I do. Look for the frozen vegetables with no added sugar. Again, we're trying to help cleanse the body, eliminate all the sugars. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to start with some chopped spinach and some chopped kale. Like I said, we'll go about a cup.
I used to measure it out. Now I have an idea of about what it is. The first time, if you want to measure it to get an idea, by all means. But we're going to start with that cup of spinach and a cup of kale. And then we're going to take and we're going to add in our water and we're going to throw it on the blender. And that's going to get rid of all of the grit that you usually will get from the greens. So we'll just take some spring water here. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. And then we're going to take it and we're going to throw it on the blender. We're just going to click it on and we'll give it about a minute. Awesome. So we take and we blend our greens up. We're going to crack it open. And we look, and so all blended, no leaves hanging out, no stems. So from here, we're going to make it a little more palatable. We're going to add in some more antioxidants here. So we're going to take, I like to add blueberries. Great at kind of balancing out the flavor. So we'll add in a little bit of blueberries. There we go. And then some frozen strawberries. And another thing, if you're going to use fresh fruits and vegetables, that's awesome. In season, we like to do that a lot. However, if you do that, you want to add ice into the mix as well. Usually, especially off-season, we'll use frozen vegetables. Easy, you can get them at any grocery store, Hannaford, Market Basket, they all have them. Like I said, just look and check and make sure they're not adding sugar or syrups to them. And then we started adding some dark cherries as well. Again, lots of antioxidants. Perfect. So usually it's about a cup of greens and we end up with a little over a cup of our fruit. And just pop the bottom on. One more time, run it through the blender. It takes about a minute. One of my favorite parts with the NutriNinja here is once I get it all mixed, all I do is I pop the top off, quick rinse. It's got its cover. Screw the cap on, and I'm ready to go. So typically with the green drinks, you don't want to let them sit for too long. Like I said, I usually take mine when make it right before I leave the house. Usually about a half hour later, I'm in my office and I start drinking it. And it takes a few minutes to drink and see how this one came out. Excellent. So a couple things with the green drinks. Like I said, you want to usually make it right about when you're going to do it. Try not to let it sit for too long. I know at some points we were having them later in the day, would make them in the morning. They can get a little strong. And as I was saying earlier with regards to the green drinks, most people when they hear, oh, you're going to have a green vegetable drink, I don't do vegetables. I don't do spinach. I don't do kale. I'm not one of those type of people. But what I found was, if you asked me up until a couple years ago, I didn't eat vegetables. In fact, I would go to Chinese restaurants and get beef with broccoli without broccoli and get a lot of strange looks from people in the Chinese restaurants. However, once I started getting into the greens, a lot of the taste of the greens, while they can taste sharp and a little bitter sometimes, it's actually the acids in your mouth. So as you have your first drink, it might be a little strong. You're adding in the fruit.
We put in blueberries, some cherries, some strawberries today. A lot of times I'll throw in a banana too, like half a banana, throw a banana in. So you can mix up the fruit. Some days I'll put in more of the cherries, less of the blueberries, just to play with the flavor a little bit. But the key to these is if you drink them for a couple days, by the second or third day, usually the acids in your mouth even get a little bit reduced. And when you do that, it doesn't taste as sharp or as bitter. So it actually gets better tasting after a couple days of doing it. And I find by the end of the first week, I could actually notice a difference in some of those areas where my body was holding on to fat and it wouldn't let it go. As I started to get these green drinks into my system and started to make it my routine, my body realized, okay, hey, it's time to detoxify a little bit. And it would actually start to release some of that fat. One of the things that fat does in the body, it has a function in the body where it actually serves as a storage place for acidity. So if you have a lot of excess acidity in your body will try to retain fat to give the acid a place to go because it doesn't want it flowing around in your blood systems, getting into your organs and causing damage to your organs, your arteries. So as a coping mechanism, the body has fat and it pulls fat cells and it actually forces the acidity into those fat cells. So when you start to detoxify is when you lower that acidity in your body, the body naturally says, all right, it's time to go. I can get rid of some of this. And what it does is it flushes the acidity out of the body. And then after about 3 to 4 days, it realizes, hey, I don't have to hold on to all this fat. And it allows the body to start burning off that fat. So it actually helps shift your metabolism. So you go from burning all that sugar, which is like lighter fluid, right? You ever have like ice cream or after Halloween, the kids eat candy and they're bouncing off the walls because it's like that sugar is like throwing lighter fluid into the body. It just explodes and it goes. The challenge with sugar is it tends to leave behind that burnt out afterwards where you have that acidity in the body and you have these cycles with the body going up and down. What detoxifying your body does is it allows you to actually level out those spikes. It gets the body functioning nice and smooth and it runs efficiently. So quick, easy way for you guys. Spark up your diet a little bit. Try to get your body a little bit healthier, running a little more efficiently. And it's quick and easy. As you see, it only took a couple minutes. I actually make 2 of these, one for me and for my wife Diane, when I'm getting ready for work in the morning. And I believe I have it down. I'm in and out of the kitchen in about 6 to 7 minutes. And that's running them through twice and making the shakes, plus grabbing my lunch and everything else. So quick, easy, but really effective way to help get your diet on track, get your body functioning right, get you feeling better. All right? Thanks. Hope you guys try it, and we'll see you in the next segment. Wasa.
Hey everybody, Sensei Randy here. Welcome back to 40 Plus Fitness. And as we mentioned, we look at fitness and health in 3 different phases. And of those 3 phases, most people are real familiar, definitely familiar with the first one. That's exercise, going out there and doing the exercises, picking a workout that you like, that you can stick with. The second phase people look at is nutrition, and there are 1,000 different fad diets. And it amazes me how many times a diet will come out and everybody jumps on the bandwagon and then they find out, wow, it's not healthy, and it goes away. And then all of a sudden, a year later, it resurfaces under a different name, but no, this is different. So plenty of stuff about nutrition, and we do cover a lot of that in this show as well. However, this last phase of health and fitness is one of the key phases, and it's something that I've really discovered in the last year probably it's gotten so much of my attention, is the recovery phase. And it's funny, when we were younger, our bodies were a lot more resilient. They bounce back a lot more. Once you get up into the 30s, the 40s, 50s, it definitely takes a little longer to recover. And so we're going to go over a whole bunch of different recovery strategies, things you can do to help your body get back into it and get back moving so you don't have all the pain and discomfort. And we're going to give you a whole bunch of different strategies to do that. But today I'm going to share one of my favorite. I got a toy over here with me. This is one of my new favorite toys. This is actually foam roller. This one is a vibrating foam roller. You can get them on Amazon. The regular foam rollers are nice. They're inexpensive. They do a great job. Not as hard on the body as you start laying down and using them. They have a little more give, so they're great. I like the vibrating ones. They actually will turn them on. They're going to give you that little vibration, so as you get into your muscles and you find that spot where it's really a little tender, you can just kind of sit on it, and the vibration kind of loosens it up for you. The other benefit from the vibration is it tends to shut down the nerve endings. A lot of times your nerve endings get aggravated, and that's when the muscles tighten. They react in order to protect the body. And what this does is it kind of overloads those nerve endings, and it gets them to shut down, which has the muscles relax. So great way to do it. A little bit more discomfort as you're using it, I guess, as you go through it. But I really got into this. I'd been using foam rollers off and on for a while. And I actually read a book. Some of you might have heard of this gentleman. His name is Tom Brady. He's a quarterback for the greatest quarterback of all time and for one of the greatest teams of all time, for all my New England friends out there. And I spent a lot of time going through his book last year, the TB12 method. And he talks a lot about this. And if you've seen any of his videos, he talks about how important recovery is for someone at his level. And I can tell you, it's the difference. I used to work out, and the next day I'd be sore, and it was cool, and I had a good workout. And now as I'm getting older and I wake up the next morning and I'm sore and I'm hurting and I have to get up and go to work and go to the office and deal with the kids and all that stuff, it changes things a little bit. So a good recovery program is great, and these foam rollers and foam pads are great for that. So I'm going to show you a little bit of how I use the foam roller. I put together a routine that I use with the foam roller. It takes anywhere from probably 8 to 10 minutes if I were to do the whole thing. And I can take and do it a little longer if a certain part of my body is sore one day. If I did like a back routine the day before and I can feel my back a little more, I might take a little extra time working out through the back. But I'll tell you what, we're going to hop right down on the floor here. We're going to show you how this works. We're going to start standing. So turn on the vibrating roller. I'm going to put it down on the floor. All I'm going to do to start is I'm going to take my foot. I'm just going to get my foot right on the roller. I'm going to roll out the bottom of my foot. And I'm just going to work it back and forth. And you'll feel it. You'll get to a point and you'll feel a little bit of tenderness. When you get to that tenderness, just roll it on that tenderness a little bit. Let it go. I like to start with my feet. You get a lot of stress in your feet. And a lot of the pressure points released through the feet, so you can actually help relax more of your body that way. So we'll hit both sides of the feet. And I'll just work up from here. I'll work up one of my sides. I'll go up one leg, right into my hips. I'll work down the other side, and then flip it over, work down the fronts, the outsides of the legs. So we'll show you how it's going to work. So first, once I get my feet feeling good, I'm going to go all the way down on the floor here. Once I'm down on the floor, I'm going to start with right at my ankles. I'll pick a side. It doesn't matter which one. I'm going to start on my left side today just so you can see what it looks like. But I'll start with that roller right underneath the ankle. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my body up a little bit. Just going to give it a little bit of a roll back and forth. So I'm rolling right up the middle of my calf. Try to go all the way up to the knee from here. Now you feel it. There's two muscles on the back of the calf. I'm going to turn my foot out a little bit. I'm going to get the other side, working it back and forth. So it's nice and easy. Shouldn't be painful. You might get a little spot of discomfort. Ooh, that's a good one right there. So you might get a little spot of discomfort, especially if you did a workout the day before. But as you see, just by rolling my hips and moving on my hands, I can get the whole bottom of my legs, working my way up my calves. Once I get into here, I can pull it up onto my thigh. I'm going to work out through the thigh a little bit. I'm going to move down a little bit here. So all I'm doing here, just rolling it back and forth, getting right into that thigh. I'm going to turn my hip a little bit, get a little bit on the outer thigh, get all the way through there. Feeling pretty good. I'm going to turn a little bit on the inner thigh. I can get all the way through up there. I'm going to work all the way up the back of my legs. I'm going to get right into my glutes. Glutes definitely have a habit of tightening up on you. And when they do, they have a tendency to actually pull and cause a lot of pain in your lower back. If you have a lot of sciatica, you'll feel it there a lot. So just get those glutes up on it, just sitting right down on that pad. I'm going to go through, find that spot where I can feel it tight. You'll feel it. It feels like that knot is just kind of popping as it gets to its limit. I'm going to back up a little bit, get right back onto it, going from there. Now I can turn all the way over onto my side, work through my hip, all the way onto that lower back. I'm going to work all the way down into that lower back here, working this way. Once I get down into that lower back, right into the base of the pelvis, from here, finding that spot. Now typically I do both sides. We're just going to show you one side today so you can see what it looks like. But once I come around, I'll get to the other side. We're going to be working the same muscles coming back down, just like we did. We're going to expand it, going this way. My IT bands, I get to the outside. Same thing, just using my foot, rest in my hand. I'm just going to work it back and forth a little bit. Work through those IT bands. Same thing coming back down that other calf. Once I get down, I'm going to flip over this way. I'm going to turn it out more on the side of the calf. And again, it's just getting yourself comfortable, working that right back and forth, feeling it all the way through. Can turn all the way over, get onto the front. So from here, coming down, right on the front, right by the knee, extending all the way up. All I'm doing is just holding myself up, letting the weight of my body just roll up and down once I get it going. So from here, into my hips, right onto my hip, rolling it through, back and forth. So once I get done my legs, usually I'll turn over. From here, we'll go right into the back. When I do my back, I'll start right back with my hips, right on those lower back. From here, I'm just going to gently come out. As I come forward, rolling back and forth. I'll get to the spot in between my shoulder blades. So as I move through those shoulder blades, I'm going to open up my arms, stretch my shoulders up a little bit, open up my shoulder blades so I can get in, working all the way up and through. I have a tendency to hold stress in between my shoulder blades, so I'll spend a little extra time on my shoulder blades. If you find you hold it more up at the top, spend a little time there, help you out more. Once I get there, I'm going to go to my lats. Lats tend to have a tendency to show up as shoulder pain. So if you work through those lats, rolling back and forth, I'm going to tuck my shoulder in, start getting my rear delts, working it through. As I work through, I can turn it all the way over. From here, I can come around the front. Same thing, right down on that shoulder, working across the front of my shoulder, top of my chest, all the way through, back and forth. All right. Last but not least, back of the neck. Just come down. All we're going to do, I'm going to set that pad right on the back of my shoulders. Just give it a gentle roll. Let it get them up onto your shoulders and neck. Work that spot on the back of the neck. All right. So that's a quick, easy way to use the foam roller. Get all the way through your body. Like I said, it takes about 10 minutes. You can start it and get all the way through it in about 10 minutes. I got one of the vibrating foam rollers from, I bought it on Amazon. If you don't have Amazon Prime, it's great. Fitness equipment shows up at your door in 2 days. But you can go anywhere. The foam rollers, like I said, foam rollers, generally pretty inexpensive. You can go down, grab a foam roller at any of the sporting goods stores. Again, order them online. However, I have a new best friend as well. A lot of people say they use like golf balls for the bottoms of their feet or lacrosse balls. I found racket balls work great. I have them at the studio. We use them for a lot of the drills with the kids, and actually a lot of the fighters, we use the racket balls because of the way they bounce. But the cool thing for recovery is they're nice and soft. What I find is if I put it down on the floor, I can actually roll on it, similar to the foam roller, but I get a much more targeted pressure point on it. The other thing I can do with the racket balls that I don't do with the foam roller is I can actually lean against a wall. So I'll actually back up to a wall and I'll just rest the ball there, and then I'll just move my shoulders up and down, side to side. Works phenomenal simply because you can get into areas that you can't get into with that foam roller or with the vibrating roller. I can actually move my arms, move my shoulders, turn my neck, and really dig in for those small spots that are tight that I can't quite get with the full roller, but that definitely help once I can hit them and get them loosened up. So really good way to help with your recovery. A lot of times people recommend stretching. What we usually recommend is come in, do a little bit of a light warm up, get your blood flowing a little bit, get the muscles a little bit warm. Then we'll do a stretch. If I'm working out, especially if I'm working out heavy, I'll definitely hit the foam roller first. And I'll do the foam roller and I'll go through my routine. Take 10 minutes just to get myself all warmed up and ready before I lift anything heavy or go with anything hardcore. And then afterwards, I'll tend to do it just as a quick rollout. Usually afterwards, I'll just stick to the body part that I work. So if I'm doing back or shoulders, I might just stick to a quick cool down with one of those. But the recovery phase of your health and fitness is one of the biggest overlooked phases, and it's the most impactful that you have. So doing something like this might seem like it's taking time. I have certain days where I only have an hour, for example, to do a workout, but I'll still make sure I take my 10 minutes and I get myself warmed up properly so that my mechanics are good, so that I don't hurt myself lifting, and so that afterwards I get the most out of the workout. And when I'm done working out, I can actually feel like I'm able to function the next day. Everybody's had those workouts where the next day they wake up and they can't put their arms down. Their arms are, jacked up to here, or they can't walk up a flight of stairs. Using something like these foam rollers, the balls, they also have the vibrating balls. So if you go into the sporting goods stores or go online, you can check them out. They're roughly about that big, and they vibrate similar to the vibrating roller. Similar principle, you can do it on the floor, or the vibrating balls you can do on the wall as well. Like I said, I like these because they're inexpensive, and I happen to have them all over the place at my studio. And if I'm not mistaken, there's probably a couple at the house too if I go downstairs and check out the old rackets. So anyway, that's our recovery segment for the day. Hopefully you guys were able to get something out of it. If you have any questions, jump on, check us out, Facebook, Inner Dragon Kickboxing, or Inner Dragon Martial Arts. We're located right here in Hudson. And I hope you guys have a great, healthy day. I'll see you soon. Huzzah!